Hello, welcome everyone. Happy you could join us for story time with the Met. My name is Kamaria. Some of you call me Miss K. And I'm really looking forward to reading you a story today. And I hope you can stop by every Thursday at 12 p.m. to hear stories, sing songs, and do activities together. So if you're ready to hear our book, make yourself comfortable. We start with our story time song. And it goes to the tune of This Old Man. If you've sung it with us before, please sing along. Welcome, friends. Get ready, get set for story time at the Met, where we love to read and sing and look at works of art and picture books. We use our eyes to look and see. We use our ears to hear stories. Now we'll take a seat and give a shh. Let's begin now with our book. And our book today is Hug Me. And it's about a little cactus named Felipe who really wants a hug but can't get one. And not everyone likes hugs, and that's totally okay. But Felipe really, really wants one. So let's see what happens to him. And Hug Me is written and illustrated by Simona Chiraolo. Hug Me. Felipe was descended from an old and famous family who liked to look good and always behaved properly. His family kept everything neat and tidy, and they believed one should never trespass into another's personal space. Felipe was taught to keep still, encouraged to be looked at, and told that one day he'd reach a high position. But Felipe thought his family was worried about all the wrong things. They didn't notice that all he wanted was a hug. How do you think Felipe is feeling right now? How do you think you would feel if your family wouldn't give you a hug? What do you think you would do? Let's find out what Felipe does. Of course, Felipe could see that his family wasn't the touchy-feely type, so he wished someone else would come and put their arms around him, but no one ever did. One day, Felipe made a new acquaintance. He was bold, confident, and he was trouble. But Felipe couldn't see that, and they grew closer and closer until the day disaster struck. What kind of disaster do you think that was? The prickles get close to the balloon, touch it, and looks like he popped. Felipe was blamed and made to feel very bad. No one in his family thought of giving him a hug. No, it was an accident and he feels really bad. Still not giving him a hug. Would you hug Felipe? Clearly, he didn't belong there. For a while, Felipe hoped he would find a new family, but wherever he went, he was not welcome. You see, almost everybody is looking at him, but not with a nice face, except for one. So he learned to enjoy his own company and thought he didn't need anyone else after all. That's one way you could handle it. Is that what you would do if you couldn't get a hug? Maybe there's some other ideas. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a sound coming from somewhere. During all this time, Felipe felt very lonely. But what he didn't know was someone else was feeling very lonely too. Someone else is out there crying. day he realized that someone else could be lonely too, Felipe knew just what to do. The end. Thank you all so much for listening, friends. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm so glad Felipe and his friends got their hug at the end. And even though his family didn't want to hug him, he still got a hug. And the Met also has its own cactus family, hopefully a lot nicer than Felipe's. It's a set of small white vases in the shape of cactuses. And they were made by British artisans, the Moore brothers, in the 1880s, a long, long time ago. And they're all white, but they have pink flowers and are on little gold stands, and they're very, very small. So the biggest one is only maybe about 5 inches or so, and the smallest one, that looks kind of like Felipe, is 2 inches tall. And that's a really small vase. What do you think you would put in a vase like that? Would you put a cactus in a cactus vase? It's fun to think about what you might put in there. The vases don't have real thorns, which is good, but we still probably don't want to hug them or any other cactus. You know, people aren't balloons, but we still have soft skin, and cactuses are really prickly. All right, so if you do want to make something that your cactus can hug, maybe you do have a little cactus at home, you can make our project we're doing today, which is a pet rock. And so for your pet rock, you'll just need a rock from outside. I found this one out, just out the backyard of my house. You want to have either some paint pens. I use little paint pens to draw my faces, and then larger paints and a paintbrush to cover your rock. And so the first thing you're going to want to do, find your rock, make sure that it has at least one flat side you can put your face on. And then I painted only half of this one, just to show you. You're going to want to paint the whole rock white. And so that's when you're ready to put your favorite color over top, it'll pop and be much brighter than if you just painted it with a regular color. So put white all over it first. And then from there, you take your paints and you cover it in any color you like. I chose blue, and paint your face on. I use my paint pens to make gold eyes, and I put silver sparkles all over my rock. And you can also name your rock. I named mine Beauregard. And it's a French name that means beautiful gaze because he has gold eyes. And I just really like the name Beauregard. All right, so that's it for our activity today. Thank you so much for coming to story time. Oh, I forgot. You don't just have to use paint and write the name. You can also put on googly eyes. You can put on glitter. You can add yarn for hair. So get creative with your pet rock so your cactus will really enjoy giving it a hug. Anyway, thank you for coming to story time, everybody. Look forward to seeing you next time. Hope you have a great day. Bye.